to the triumphant return of the Jackie Show. That's my new theme song. I just made it up right now. I know you could never tell, could you? Where have y'all been? I've missed you. It's been 7 long months, and I can't let this much time go between us seeing each other again. It's been too much. So I'm coming to you here on the eve of New Year's Eve to bring to you my review of the 2000s so far. I'm not going to make any excuses about why I lagged on y'all. I was lazy, I was busy working a little bit, eating a lot, and drinking a lot. And that's pretty much it. So I want to bring to you a review of the last 10 years, kind of my pop culture take on what's happened, and it's been some crazy-ish that's happened, so I'm hoping that maybe it'll kind of jog a memory for you, and you'll be like, what? Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. If something like that happens, then I'm cool with the last 3 hours that I spent putting this list together. Yeah, 3 hours. That's the work I do for you. You in there, you. So let's start with 2000. Okay, so 2000 was when Y2K hit us, which was crazy, crazy madness. Everybody was freaking out. It was going to be the end-all, be-all, and then nothing happened. Also in 2000, it was the first season of Survivor. I don't watch the show. I think it's crazy. You couldn't pay me enough to go on a stinking island in a jungle and have a bunch of stinky, smelly people. No thanks. Have to like find my own food, be like a hunter-gatherer. No thanks. Also in 2000, Napster came out. People were just downloading music illegally, and it was good fun times for everyone. We also had the Hanging Chads, if anybody remembers that. That's what later led to George W. Bush becoming our president in the year 2000. Good times. 2001 saw the very first Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. We were also introduced to scrolling text at the bottom of the television, which is kind of weird to think about existing without that, because when I'm on ESPN, I kind of rely on that little ticker down there at the bottom. We also saw rolling blackouts in California and in other states too. That was crazy. We were introduced to Wikipedia in 2001, and Apple released its very first iPod. In reality TV, we saw Temptation Island, the show, a bunch of little hoe bags on an island. Great idea. Fear Factor, where people ate crazy shit for money, and Jackass on MTV with a bunch of jackasses. Also in 2001, Puff Daddy decided he didn't want you to call him that. He wanted you to call him P. Diddy. So we did. 2002, R. Kelly was indicted and then acquitted on 21 counts of child pornography. You guys remember that? That was crazy. They found a video and... Anyway, what else? President Bush choked on a pretzel. The opening of Guantanamo Bay. Wow. Have I been drinking? Maybe a little bit. And in reality TV, we saw the very first season of American Idol with my girl Kelly Clarkson being crowned the winner. We also saw the first season of The Bachelor, and the crazy-ass family, the Osbournes, premiered on MTV. Friendster came out. It was the very first like social networking site. That was in 2002. And then in 2003, MySpace said, "What up, Friendster? We're going to steal your thunder." And they kind of did, because I'm sure a lot of you never even heard of Friendster. Me being the social networking whore that I am, I knew about it. And I knew about MySpace too. 2003, we also heard of the term weapons of mass destruction. Still looking for those. I swear I don't have any. Also in 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger was elected the governor, and commonly referred to as the Governator. We also saw one of my favorite shows, The Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. And then Chappelle kind of went crazy and went to Africa, and we've never seen him since. Britney and Madonna made out on the MTV Music Awards in 2003, and in reality TV, we saw quite a few shows premiere. The Simple Life with Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton, who could forget that trash. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, where we got the term metrosexual. The Bachelorette premiered, along with The Surreal Life. And one of my favorite train wrecks, Newlyweds with Nick and Jessica on MTV. Boy, she was entertaining, and not in a good way. Extreme Makeover Home Edition had its first season. I had a brain fart. And America's Next Top Model also premiered. In 2004, we had the avian bird flu. Remember that? And they also discovered that there was water on Mars, which was amazing. In 2004, we had the term wardrobe malfunction with Miss Jackson If You're Nasty's nipple kind of making its appearance on the Super Bowl halftime show with Justin Timberlake. Facebook was created and introduced to us in 2004, and on reality TV we saw The Biggest Loser, Laguna Beach, like oh my god, OMG, The Apprentice, Growing Up Gaudy, and Project Runway all premiered in 2004. And we were also introduced to a man named Ken Jennings, who, I don't know if you guys remember this dude, he won over $2 million on Jeopardy. Guy's crazy smart. We had the Friends finale, which was so sad. And one of my favorite moments of 2004, Ashley Simpson's SNL lip-syncing debacle, where she totally tried to cover it up by doing this crazy, awkward, like, hoedown dance. She's such a weirdo. And we also found out that Martha is naughty naughty. Martha went to jail in 2005. Also in 2005, one of my most heartfelt moments was Hurricane Katrina, happened in New Orleans. P. Diddy decided he didn't want to be P. Diddy anymore. Just call him Diddy. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston had their breakup after a 5-year marriage, because you know he was cheating on her with Angelina, and that's why they got like 12 kids now. We were introduced to the SNL digital short Lazy Sunday, The Chronic, What Calls a Narnia. I love that song. If you have not seen that, you need to YouTube it, because that is the shiz. And YouTube was introduced to us in 2005 with some of the greatest. That dude who's like, leave Britney alone. OK Go had their treadmill video. They had that kid from the dentist who was like super stoned off of whatever meds they gave him, and it was like, oh my god, am I going to be like this forever, Dad? Blah. And we had more recently that Chris Brown Forever song where the couple gets married to it and their whole wedding party dances down the aisle. That's really awesome. 2005, Tom Cruise pretty much went crazy. He jumped on Oprah's couch. He called Matt Lauer glib. What else did he do? He's bananas. And in 2005, Kanye West told us that George Bush doesn't care about black people. We saw the Twilight the book come out. And we were introduced to the Colbert Report. Nation. In reality TV, we saw Dancing with the Stars premiere, The Girls Next Door, Kathy Griffin's My Life on the D-List, and Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, one of my favorites. We also saw Intervention, Hogan Knows Best, and So You Think You Can Dance. In 2006, Dick Cheney shot a guy in the face. Oh man, that was crazy. Mel Gibson was drunk and told everybody he hates Jews. We were introduced to Twitter, one of my faves, and we all read a book called A Million Little Pieces that we thought was a true story by a guy named James Fry, and it ended up being a total lie. 2006 was when the I'm a Mac, I'm a PC ads were created. I love those commercials. 2006 also brought us the Wii, which I'm sadly just buying 3 years later, almost 4. And everybody decided they wanted to wear Crocs, which is like the worst idea ever, in 2006. The reality TV we saw in 2006 was Top Chef. The Hills premiered, totally. The Real Housewives of Orange County and The Flavor of Love premiered in 2006. In 2007, some astronaut lady went crazy psycho and wore a diaper and drove to Florida to try to like confront her boyfriend's girlfriend. Remember that? Bananas. Britney shaved her head in 2007. We were introduced to the crazy ShamWow guy who ended up being really crazy. Imus, one of the radio personalities, got in trouble for using the phrase nappy-headed hose. What was he thinking? Will Ferrell and his friend created funnyordie.com. If you've never been on there, that site is hilarious. We saw the end of The Sopranos in 2007 with a really weird ending. And people waited in line forever for the Apple iPhone and paid $600 for it in 2007. Crazy peeps. And we saw the final Harry Potter book in 2007. Finally. We were also introduced to Mad Men and reality TV. I Love New York premiered, as well as Keeping Up with the Kardashians, John and Kate +8, and Rock of Love. You had me at rock. 2008, we saw Lady Gaga, she's so weird. Michael Phelps won a bunch of gold medals and smoked a lot of pot. What are you going to do? Everybody fell in love with the Snuggie. Hulu became one of my favorite websites. And in reality TV, we saw ABDC and Celebrity Rehab. This year, Slumdog Millionaire, Chris Brown's a loser, Sully's a hero, Michael Jackson died, Steve Jobs is the CEO of the decade, David Letterman got blackmailed, and Tiger. Thanks for watching, y'all. Happy 2000.